Jeff Dog.
What up? What up? What up? What it do?
What's up? What's up? Man, you got J Jack and Jeff in the building. Thawed magazine. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna see. I had to talk a whole bunch of hosts of sports. We want to just talk bowl, but it's a lot of cancellations going on. So we might have to spread it around.
Yeah, man. It's sports in the pandemic, pretty much. So
Yeah. Yeah,
we
that
can
pandemic
cover
is
what we
more.
can cover.
I'm telling you, the pandemic is starting to do a little more damage. Not as bad as when it first hit, but whew.
Oh no,
It-
it's fairly close, man. These hospitals is full. Um, and this latest variant is spreading pretty fast. So
mhm.
hopefully everybody out there being careful, man. I know with us, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, everybody. Um,
Merry Christmas, Happy
we
Holidays.
yeah, we kept it to the immediate family. We ain't go over nobody's house.
Yeah,
We ain't do no traditional gathering. Usually, you know what I mean. And of course, you miss it, but we didn't get together with the aunties and uncles and cousins, and you know what I mean. Everybody, at grandma's house or at one of your aunties' house or whatever. Like we kept it to
man,
the house.
truly
So
a different feeling. I tell you that. You know, I'm in the South now, so I'm away from a lot of family in Saginaw. But just the feeling, you know what I'm saying? You really just it's almost like 4 or 5 people is almost too much.
right, right. So yeah,
Yeah,
we kept it to the immediate family, just me, the wife, and the kids, man. And we cooked here and had a good time here, man, and tried to make the best of it, which I think we did. So
yeah.
it was cool. You
Okay.
know, what y'all do down your way?
Man, we really, we had part one and part two of a seafood brawl. That's all we did, just me and my kids. My wife actually worked like 20 hours that day. So she worked like, man, I want to say 11 o'clock on Christmas Eve and got off at like 7 in the evening on Christmas Day.
Oh, she went and got it.
Yeah, and then
She
she
went
went
and
to work
got it.
again. Then she went to like 34 out of the 44 hours she was at work.
Oh man, hey,
Yeah,
I can't blame her, man. You gotta get it when you can get it. So
yeah, yeah,
I'm pretty sure that was a premium pay situation. So hey,
yeah,
go get
yeah.
it.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I end up, I just worked on my birthday, but that was it. So I really wasn't tripping. I work on my birthday almost every year, so it is what it is.
Yeah, same here. I think it's kind of a normal thing. And then through the holidays, I pretty much work too. So I think I didn't do it as much when my kids are smaller. You know what I mean? You want to be there when they little and have those moments. But
Yeah,
these jokers big now. They so
yeah,
they
yeah.
they get a couple gifts, man, and then everybody kind of dispersed and go in their own corner, back in their own corner. So you
Exactly.
you left alone anyway. So they ain't thinking about dad no more. So
No
may as
doubt.
well just go to work.
My kids were playing at their toys probably before my wife went to work. It's about 8, 9, 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? And like I
So
say, they are mostly older. So and
yeah,
my daughter 21, my son 17, and my youngest son 11. So you know, it is what it is on that.
you got a little buzz going. I don't know, something unplugged or
It's a little buzz.
yeah.
Let me see. It might be let me try this. Might be still on that. It might be these headphones. I don't know. You hear it still?
Yeah, it's a little better, but yeah, it might be the headphone.
Yeah, it might be
Might
the
might a
headphone.
little short or something, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
better now. Better now.
Okay. Man. So we want to appreciate anybody that's tuning in with us, checking the Southall magazine in the building. You got J Jack and Jeff Bulls. Salute to
Sir.
you for checking this out, rocking with us. Uh like I say, this is a live series, so we still got a couple more that we gonna come up with. You got Thawed Sports Talk Live. You got Thawed Feature Artists on Tuesdays. Um, the next one was supposed to be Thawed Music Videos. We was gonna play artist videos, but internet wasn't cooperating with us on that one, so we had to take that back a little second. We still plan on coming with it though.
So we got I'll be jumping in one of them days, probably Thursday, man. We'll get the Independent Jeff series going, man, and kicking it with some politics, some public policy, and some things. We got an election coming up next year, so we'll be
Yeah,
jumping in
yeah.
there pretty soon too.
No doubt. And the Thawed magazine gonna keep you informed. So
For
like I
sure,
say, that'll be 4 of the series right there, and we still got a couple more. We want one each day. So we ain't doing just regular lives, it's a series. You know what I mean? And it's all different topics because as a magazine, we cover a lot of different things. We don't just cover artists. We talk about artists, businesses, politics, authors, from hip hop to R&B. Like I say, man, stocks. We want to get more into talking stocks. Uh, man, it's a lot of things we trying to cover. So y'all bear with us, and we still in our infancy.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah, you
Hey,
know, going
I
back
don't
to
know
the
where
hype
you wanted to
magazine.
go. I don't know if you had a format, man, but if you didn't, man, I want to kick it off. We got to hit our Lakers family. They're
What you thinking
struggling
about
right
on
now.
that?
What?
No, you ain't gonna hit them hard on that, is
Man, we got to hit them right off top, right off
you?
top.
And I just looked and seen Ratia on there. Happy
Whatever to
holidays,
you.
Ratia.
Go
That's
on
what
and hit us in the
that's the
comment section.
sense.
I know you got something for us. 'Cause, hey,
Yeah.
they
You
struggling bad.
you gonna come and slap them Lakers? Hey, might as well, huh?
Yeah, man.
Might as well.
Hey, we can do it this way. That's one of the things we can. We ain't gonna copy ESPN, but they would lead off with it, so we can lead off with it too.
Hey,
Like
might
what's
as well.
going on in Tinsel Town? Like so,
Should throw some highlights in there.
man, we
Probably
need
lead
some
off
we
with that
need some
LeBron
some
dunk.
West Brick highlights.
Oh man, bro, they've been going off on him too.
Hey, they Savior the one that co-signed them coming. So hey, you know
let
what I
me,
mean. He
let
was talking trash when they did it. He was like, you know what I mean. Keep that same energy. You know what I mean. When we in the championship, okay. Well, we keeping the same energy
me.
right now.
Right
What's
now.
happening?
Yeah, I wanna. I'm gonna do this for my Laker fans if we can. Let me see. Uh, let me see if it pop up there.
Man, let me let me look in the chat. I ain't. We gonna be on that with Tia for sure.
Is that was them Brooklyn Nets? Man, what happened in that game?
The short-handed Nets. That's that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's not a game that you know even in their state that they were supposed to lose. You
No,
know what I
not at
mean?
all.
Uh, but they let old Patty Mills go off.
Mm,
Patty Mills was like on fire. Like they couldn't stop him. And the only reason they even came back is because I don't know what Steve Nash is doing, but he took him out. Like, what you
for
doing?
real. Yeah, Steve Nash. I don't. That's a wow. But he doing good down there.
Yeah,
That's
considering all the drama they done had with the Kyrie stuff and all the drama that they done had and injuries and different things like that, they still maintain it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
You see what Tia she say? Don't do that, Jeff. Stick to our Michigan boys versus them Bulldogs now. He just
hey,
opening it up.
for sure, yeah. We gonna shout out them blue boys in a minute, but no, we got to lead the way with old Brown and the Brownites.
Yeah. Uh, So T, I'm gonna go ahead and take that down for you.
No,
Man.
man, but I mean, I think what we've said before. What I mean, it's just continued. You know what I mean? It's just a bad roster makeup. It don't match. They too old. You know what I mean? And I figure whatever the bad thing is they kind of stuck.
Yeah.
At least right now they stuck. Like it, usually, when something don't work, what I mean, you can, the
Scrap it
trade
out.
deadline coming up. They could probably send somebody off, but ain't
They
nobody
got no
taking
trade value.
Westbrook and that 40 million. Ain't nobody taking that. So
Yeah. Ain't no trade value. Man, who there's nobody. IT, Carmelo, AD. AD might be having a little trade out of it, but it'll be hard because he get injured so much for a team to trade something valuable for him.
right, yeah. I mean, he can't stay on the court. He can't
Yeah,
stay on the court, so it's going to be hard for somebody to, take that, because of course the Lakers signed him to a long term deal. So, what I mean, you got to take all of that,
yeah,
and I don't know, somebody gonna have to really believe in him to take that, and and do the Lakers even do that? Because of course, LeBron coming to the end, you'd like to think that they think that he was going to be there after Bron to kind of
yeah,
lead the way.
exactly.
I don't know. I don't
It's
know.
just the way it's constructed is it's constructed for win now, but I don't. That's not what they're doing. So
Nah, nah,
it's like a all-star team from years ago.
you're right. Yeah, this team would have worked probably about 10 years ago. You know what I mean? It'd have been a super team then. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, back in the days, it would have
now,
been a super team. Yeah.
right now, yeah, they old legends now. They'll be a good Gus Macker team now. You know what I mean? So
I hate to say it, man, but yeah, the Lakers. We as Pistons fans gonna poke because y'all would poke at us. We know it. we y'all loving that we down. So hey, what it is, what it is.
hey, hey, we down for a purpose. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We
we.
ain't trading away our young pieces, which is what they did, which is the problem.
There you
You know what I
go.
mean? They
There you
traded
go.
all their young pieces away. From Lonzo Ball and all. You traded all your young pieces away, and that could have been the team now. That all their depth is gone. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So they can't even. Even when the old cats ain't playing good, they ain't got nobody young to even bring in to say,
man.
okay, well, y'all carry us for a little while and let these old vets rest up for a minute and get a second win. They ain't got nobody. Ain't got nobody.
I think we done pissed with Tia off. My bad, sis. You know how we do on sports talk. She said Brian did that shot. Oh, uh, hey, that is one of the best dynamics in sports talk. The whole group, man. Like I say, if you ain't never seen sports talk are like 3.2 thousand members strong, or not all contributing, but it's 20. It used to be 24/7, but Facebook done did a dent in our group. But it's still live action, like nonstop, and that's
Yeah,
one
for
of the
sure.
best dynamics of the group is the Brian Lakers situation for years. Leading up to it, to when he finally signed, to right now. The championship kind of calmed both groups down, but it was brewing. It still was cooking.
Hey, I don't know what they're gonna do though. Usually you could kind of see a way out. Like, okay, if they move this or move that, or you know what I mean, or it's always somebody that want to come to LA, but I don't I don't see how they get them there because of course you got to give some to get some,
Yeah,
and it's I don't know. And then you talking about the NBA, you talking about guaranteed salaries, like to even move somebody, the salaries got to match. You know what
match
I
up.
mean? Or it's kind of an ugly situation. I don't see how they do anything this year to to change anything around.
It's gonna be hard, but you know how the Lakers is. That's one thing, and I think that's what make us Pistons fans like, man, we don't even give a rat's ass about the Lakers in a way because we already know they can be right with us on the suffering tip, and then all of a sudden here come Brian, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Here come probably Carl Anthony Towns later or Giannis say, "Oh, Milwaukee, I want to be a Laker now," and it's like, oh, here they go again. You know what I mean? It's like they couldn't even grind their way up. They just had to kind of skip the line.
yeah, that's what they do. That's why I just say this year. You know what I mean? Because in
Mm-hmm.
the off season they're gonna swing something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. That's why
You
we
know,
gotta talk our shit now.
right, right. So they're gonna swing somebody out there. Whoever it is, I don't know, but that's how
Yeah.
it go. Next thing you know, you see Wojo popping on the screen talking about, sources say here comes such and such. Dame Lillard. You know what I mean? It'd be somebody, man. So
Yeah. It's always somebody, and that's the problem. But like I said, it is the Lakers, man. We got respect for them, but at the same time, that respect can turn to being able to laugh too, because we know y'all ain't gonna want to stay there. Y'all gonna sell y'all souls to get back, to get back and say, hey, we did it.
oh, they gonna
So,
do something.
oh yeah,
GM Brian gonna
yeah,
kick in.
oh yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
he gonna
It's
send some cats packing.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah. But I mean, how many years you think Brian got? I mean, what are you 36? 30,
yeah, I think 30,
39,
37. It might even be 37. Yep.
somewhere in that range.
He,
I
yeah,
think this is 19th year though.
he creeping. Yeah, he's like 37, maybe 38. He might even be
Yeah, because he
38.
came in at 18. So
Yeah. So
yeah, but
I don't know. I I would like to think maybe two or three uh that he would want to play, I would guess. It
yeah,
might be sooner if it's stay ugly like this. If he don't move on, go back to Cleveland. They got a younger team now, so he might pull a Miami when he went back to Cleveland that time. They had the younger team that was ready to come up. So
yeah,
he
yeah.
might he might pull one of them and leave LA with they trash and go
That all you know
go
is
back to
coming.
Cleveland to finish his career
Yeah,
with them young
yeah,
cats. And
yeah. Because you know he probably in the league. He probably watching right now. He probably watching
he
like,
watch.
oh yeah, he like, hold on, he might even be looking at Detroit like, oh, they got another number one pick or something coming. Man, I think I'm going over there.
Yeah, he definitely gonna cherry pick a situation. You know what I mean? And but I would say I would say he would go back to Cleveland and finish it out at home. Uh,
Yeah,
try to go out on top, maybe get them to the championship level or
that's
somewhere
a
near it
that's
and
an
finish it
interesting
out.
dynamic though. I mean, Cleveland, they had they love when he left, they didn't leave on good terms to me.
Right.
I mean, just by being in Ohio though, it's still gonna be something that he'd be interested in. Not even thinking about Gilbert,
Oh yeah,
just the fact.
yeah, oh for sure. He's always about how things look. He's always about his legacy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So him finishing out his career in Cleveland. You know what I mean? That's picture perfect to him. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Have a farewell tour and you know what I mean, a final home game. You know what I mean? Uh, that all fits in the legacy of Brian. I don't. I see it going that way. Whether he leaves this off season or next off season, maybe giving it another chance. But eventually, I think he gonna make that shift because he done
yeah.
everything he wanted to do in LA. He didn't want a title, even though it's a COVID title.
Yeah, I
So,
feel
uh,
he might not want
set up
that
his
answer, but we
movies and
know it.
all that stuff. So, you know,
Yeah,
he can swing it back. Bronny will be probably in the league a
that's
couple
what he
years.
waiting on though.
Yeah. So wouldn't be surprised, man. If he try to make that happen, you know what I mean, and him and Bronny end up on the same team, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna
Oh,
be some theater to it.
and you know he got that power. He gonna swing something. He gonna pull Stern in the office or whatever
Yeah,
commissioner. he, gonna, he gonna pull him in the office like, look, this how it's finna go.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah, but I don't know, Ratia. We ain't gonna stay on them Lakers. We gonna leave them alone. We ain't gonna keep doing you like that. We ain't gonna
Yeah,
keep doing you like that. She said, he need to leave now. He just turned 37.
yeah. I think he gonna bounce. I think he gonna bounce, man. You gonna see greener pastures. He gonna get up out of there. Let
Yeah,
LA figure it out from here.
probably. I can see it. Let me hold on, give me 1 second. Let me turn this camera back to where it was. Give me 1 sec. Oh, shit. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm back. I don't know. Someone put it on 4K, but I don't know if it's looking right for the camera, the 4K.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but I don't know how to turn it off myself. So we just gonna ride with it. Hopefully it turn out. I'm trying to look at how it's looking on here on the book.
Yeah,
But yeah. So we gonna go ahead and get into these bowl games. Um as we all know, a couple bowl games did get canceled. Uh man, it's kind of been rough. Like we said, it's been a COVID. It's almost like 2020 all over again. Um you got COVID. There's so many dynamics going on with the COVID, the transfers, players not playing because they're getting ready for the draft. So it ain't like it used to be as far as bowl games going on, and then it's saturated with so many bowl games.
right,
That you
right,
even got, yeah, you even got what team that was 5-7. You can have a losing record and get in the bowl game now.
right, right. And
So
I think I think everything is, it's a new era. Um, and I don't blame players that I don't know if you saw Jake Butt when he came out and talked about his experience getting
yeah,
injured in the
yeah,
bowl game and how much
oh
money
yeah,
he lost, and um and players are more empowered now. Like they
yeah,
know their rights. They know, they're more empowered to, look out for themselves. Like, 20, 30 years ago, it was unspeakable for a
oh yeah. It
player
was
to talk
unspeakable.
about not playing in a bowl game, like, or, or doing anything on an individual basis. It's always just about team, 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 team. And,
Yeah,
players are more aware of their individual, rights and their portfolios, and what I mean. They're looking out for themselves, and I can't blame them.
yeah,
And
yeah.
this is a new NIL era. You know what I mean, where they're more empowered. They're looking at their brands, and you know what I mean. More power to them. For me, I've been,
Oh yeah, I
we've
agree.
been talking about this in sports talk for years. You know what I mean, and
Yeah,
how
yeah.
players could start really looking out for themselves, and uh, you know. So I'm happy with with how things are turning out for them. Now the NCAA needs to, what I mean, adjust. That's their fault for not adjusting. And to
Oh
me,
yeah, they should have been planning years ago instead of
yeah,
fighting it.
yeah. But bowls are big money for them. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like
yeah,
it don't matter
yeah,
which one it is. You know what I mean? They all bring in millions of dollars. You know what I mean? And they throw the players a couple trinkets, you know what I mean? Some Beats headphones or some, you know what I mean, some little apparel, and
yeah.
I
Little
guess they
gift
were supposed to
package.
be happy with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Even
no,
with the
we
NLI, it
generate
still ain't
way more
enough.
money than this. You know what I mean? This is crumb.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna sit this out. You know what I mean?
exactly. And you like you said, you can't blame them. You talking about the with the shelf life of with an NFL athlete, especially running backs. I mean, if I'm a run, like we got the situation, with Kenneth Walker with Michigan State. You know what I mean? And I said probably mid-season, probably about 3 games, 4 games left. Man, this better be your last year. Everybody talking about one more year. What man? Y'all better stop that.
Nah,
One more year, my ass. Let that man go on.
shit. One more game. You know what I mean? Like, what you talking about?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Because
no, you got to get that. Like,
gotta get
um,
that.
yeah. I mean, nope. You know, I mean, I know it's a New York, New Year's Six bowl game, but even that ain't important enough
Man,
to put his bag on the line. Um,
exactly. I look at it like, you've seen so many NFL running backs barely go 4, 5 years, and that one more year means a lot, especially when you're trying to get, the perks of the NFL. You know what I'm saying, after you retire and all of that. Uh, that could have been another year that you was in the NFL that you gave to college that really didn't do nothing but accept college pride.
right.
You know, and
Yeah.
college pride is lovely, but I mean, you talking about millions. You know what I mean? You talking about health insurance. You talking about taking care of your family, creating generational wealth. And a lot of the athletes in turn give back to the colleges.
Right.
You know, and
Yeah.
and and, and it means a lot for recruiting wise. If with all the awards that Kenneth Walker received to go to the NFL and be a brand ambassador for Michigan State, that means just as much as this one game.
Right.
So yeah, you don't want him getting hurt in that last game and having a bad career because he ain't gonna never heal from the game he played in the bowl game. You know what I'm saying? Or like you say, mess up his draft ranking, his draft status to where the millions get cut short, and then he got to even try to just make a team.
Right. Yeah. It's a different ball game, man. So, um, for me, Um, the NCAA just got to adjust. You know what I mean? And to me, the easiest adjustment they can make, and they'll probably make even more money, is to simply expand the playoff. Like you don't need you know 60 bowl games no more. You know what I mean? Like you just don't. Um,
Yeah.
you just add to the playoff, man. You know what I mean? It's a better format. I think it'll generate way more interest because nobody's checking for the poinsettia bowl on December 13th. Like, ain't nobody, you don't even know it's on. Like, somebody got to tell you, like, "Yeah, you watch football today? Like, what football? Like, what you talking
Yeah.
about?" Like, it's a couple
Yeah.
bowl games on. You be like, what? Like,
When we
oh,
was
okay.
young, when we was younger, we knew when all the bowl games was going. It was real a lot easier to say, yeah, yeah. I'm Thanksgiving. You knew a bowl game. You knew. Now it's like they play when.
Yeah,
Who playing here? But I mean, it's good. It's good with it. There's no down in the bowl. See, the bowl games is good for teams to play. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I think Western Michigan play. I think Nevada, if I ain't
okay.
mistaken. Yeah, Western Michigan play Nevada tomorrow at 10. So I mean, it's good as a bowl game for the lower bowls. You know what I'm saying? But it should be separated in a way.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, for
like
sure.
yeah, like you
Yeah,
got the bowl
and it's
six,
good for
but
the
that ain't enough.
program. It is good for the program. You make a bowl, you get them extra practices. You get your younger players to get more practices, to get more reps. You know what I mean? It's a good thing football wide.
Yeah,
Um, so, I don't knock it for that, but same time, the exposure piece, you really don't get a lot, man, because now
nobody
you
know
got way more networks too. So you can have a
the
bowl game
internet.
that's on some obscure network that we ain't heard about until the bowl game. You know what I mean? Like what network? You said Peacock Network. What? Like I ain't you looking through your own channels like I ain't even know we had this channel. You know what I mean? Like so
Yeah,
it's
you
it's
know what I
just
mean. That's
it's so
100
much.
though. Yeah. Then you got the internet too. You know what I mean. So then you just like with Western Michigan playing tomorrow. I think they playing at. Let me see what time that was. They playing at 10 a.m. You
Oh
know.
no, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I I know things change. I mean, we come from a time where most of the bowl games was on New Year's Day. You know what I mean? And you had a full day of just games, like from you had the Rose Bowl parade, and you know what I mean, like
Oh yeah, it's a
then
celebration.
yeah, it's and then after that, you know what I mean, at noon. You got game after game after game after game. You know what I mean? Like
The
Sun
whole day
Bowl, all of
tied
them
up.
bowls was January 1st. You know what I mean? Uh,
Yeah.
and it's different. It's so different now. I mean, because of course, you got way more networks, and you know what I mean. Then networks want to stand out, so they don't want to be on the same day as other ones, and you know what I mean. And
Competition.
yeah, but
Yeah.
you know, it really ain't competition. You know what I mean? Because back in the day, they was all on the same day, and they was on 3, 4 different networks. CBS, ABC, NBC. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but see now
CBS.
you got so much money involved. You know what I mean? And you got not even just the money. Well, the money because you got all the sponsors. You know what I mean? They want to name theirs the .com Internet Bowl. You know what I mean?
Right.
So so you got so many fighting to get in there. And that made me even think about this I don't know, Ratia, I think if you're still on, this ain't a shot, but it's the truth. Uh, you can Google it and look at it. I think we lost Jeff on there, but it'll probably be right back on. Let me see. But what I was saying, uh, was Shaq. Shaq, I guess now the Staples Center is named the internet, some kind of, it's named after the internet, something like that. Uh, let me see. There you go, Jeff back. Let me see. Okay, there you go, Jeff. We back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I,
what I
I
was saying
be I be
about
doing something.
hit the
I
wrong
hit the
button.
wrong button, man. So
Yeah.
yeah, looking
Yeah.
at
No.
trying to go in the comments, come back out, and hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
So,
That was the second time. Yeah. You gotta watch that finger.
yeah,
But it happened though. I be trying to move buttons too, and like, oh shoot, you know. But yeah, we was talking about she put it in there, crypto.com. I was talking about how sponsors, so you got Staples Center, legendary man, what can you say? History, Staples Center is not called a crypto.com arena or something like that.
yeah.
You know, stuff like that, man. They just don't like history.
No, no. I guess I can't really blame them, man. Because if crypto.com come to you and say, we want to buy naming rights for millions of dollars, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
you
something should
looking
be
at your bottom
untouchable.
line, you like, let's make it happen. So
Man, I think Shaq was talking about I ain't going to another game. He started talking about Steph Curry. They all becoming Golden State Warrior fans.
man,
No, he said it'll be forever Shaq and Kobe arena or whatever. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So that's just the type of thing that in this arena. I mean, this era that you're dealing with the money. Like so many things is about money. You know what I mean? Even with Thawed magazine, we do this for the people that support us. You know what I mean? Don't think money ain't been offered even back when I was doing a hype magazine to do this or take these pages out or put more ads in. Man, nah. You know what I mean? I on the covers of each magazine is from the hype magazine to Thought, not one person paid to be on that cover. I ain't taking no money. You can just say Joe Blow, say, hey man, I'm gonna give you $1,000 to be on your cover. And I say, oh, okay. And they be like, who is that? He ain't even dropped no album. He just the biggest hustler in the game.
right.
Nah, you know what I mean? But that's what you're dealing with in this era, is that so many things is dealt on money. Like you see, even with interviews, I ain't charging nobody for no interviews. And I think I had hit up Finesse 2 times when he was locked up.
Yeah,
Uh and Finesse, he said, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? What up? You know, whoop, whoop, whoop. And then I say, man, when you before you get out, or saying when you get out, sit down or we do an interview. He was like, how much you got? I said, I say, hey man, you know, I know they gonna want to rock with you, want to see your story and everything, but if that's what it is, then man, much love to you. You know what I'm saying? Go and do your do. Get that money from whoever you're getting the interview that you're getting from, but that ain't us. You know what I mean? So a lot of artists, a lot of things go on, and it's about money. Like, don't think we couldn't have like so many artists in the mainstream on it and throw them some money. No, man, it's no. You know, in this era, that's what a lot you see a lot dictated by money. Like I seen
Yeah.
Say Cheese TV, and they put some artists on there, and I'm like, and then everybody in the comments like, how much he paid you? How much he paid you? How much? I mean, and I Say Cheese, they brand. You know, people was wondering or talking about them. You know, they ain't worried about it. But you know, if you want to post, you want to do an ad, yeah, cool, you do the ad. But I'm not taking your money just to say, hey, you know, let's interview. And you'd be like, well, I paid that man $1,000 to interview me. Oh, bro. and sad, but that's what culture we in. It's just like rambling a little bit about, you know, basketball. We hoping, I'm trying to hope, I don't know about you, Jill, but I'm hoping the NBA don't get to the point where they wearing their jerseys and got like Mobile One on their sleeve and you know what I'm saying?
Oh
Or
man, I hope not. I hope not, man. You know that
I'm
that
hoping we
European
don't get to
model.
that point. Huh?
That's that European model. You know what I mean? They got the ads all on the jersey, and you
Like
know what I mean?
NASCAR or something.
Right, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
but sadly, I don't want it, but I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Wouldn't be, because like you said, everything is driven by the dollar. You know what I mean? And cats is all about the bag. You know what I mean? That's seems to be the prevailing theme. Ain't no real, you know, it's just about the money. Like there ain't
Yeah,
no line to be drawn anywhere. It's just like, can we monetize it? Okay, here we go.
exactly.
Well,
Exactly,
it's a
man.
sign of the time.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's no escaping it. I knew years ago when I used to see a lot of magazines, you know, you get $500, you get you on the cover. And it's like, I know a lot of them went out of business though, because it is what it is. It's just I had a thing where if you're on the cover, it wasn't because you paid for it. The back cover, maybe you get your ad in. Oh, here go DeMarco. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My baby DeMarco in the building. That nigga
Marco, what up,
say,
bro?
what do you say? I definitely cop a liquor basket jersey, though. Shit. Detroit Pistons with the liquor basket on the side.
Hey,
Pool
yeah, wouldn't
basket
be
on one side,
surprised,
liquor
man.
basket on the other.
Throw a little logo on there somewhere.
Yeah, put Circle K on the back sleeve. Gotta have a Stop and Shop right on there somewhere.
Man, hey,
Have all the
hey,
Detroit like, what the hell going on here?
man. But I mean, that does bring up an interesting point. I mean, it should be something that not on the NBA level, and not even the college level, but the high school level. Uh, I'm surprised you don't see it because especially in urban districts, man, you talking about some teams and some programs that'll be struggling. You know what I mean, for
Yeah,
cash. So, I'm surprised you don't see it on that level.
yeah.
Um, and it's something that should be really considered. I mean, you know, maybe not the liquor basket, but somebody else. You know what I mean? You generate some revenue some kind of other way.
Yeah.
So a hardware store or something. You know like something.
Man, something, yeah. I don't know. I mean, hey DeMarco, tell me how much you'll pay for that jersey. I might cook you one up. Yeah.
Yeah, gotta get some licensing rights. You know what
Yeah, we finna bootleg that one. You know,
Man,
it is what
but
it is, and that all tie back into what we was talking about as far as the college bowls. You know, because man, you got so many bowl games, and it seems like a couple added every year. And a lot of it is dictated by money and sponsors.
yeah,
Uh,
and it's a hustle too. I mean,
oh
you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah, most
at
definitely.
that level, you know what I mean. You talking about
Ticket sales.
a bowl structure, but even deeper than that. You know what I mean? A lot of these bowls are actually nonprofits. They're
Yeah,
actually organizations. They form a
true.
nonprofit. You know what I mean? So
Taxes, everything.
everything they're
Yeah,
bringing in, they ain't paying no taxes on. You know what I mean? So it's
yeah,
a
yeah,
whole pyramid scheme. You know what I mean? So
yeah. It's deeper than the average fan thinks or wants to think about.
right, yeah, it's you know, imagine being a CEO of the Rose Bowl. You everything that you're doing is around one game a year.
One game a
And
year.
you know, CEO Rose Bowl, I think makes like $5 million a year. One game. You know what I mean? Like you talking
One
about
game.
one game.
Because you
Uh
got to think they got a lot of things centered around it too, including the Rose Bowl parade, and they got parties and all kinds of other probably gatherings.
oh
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Where they
yeah,
they gather money,
yeah, for sure.
donations.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got a CEO, and I want to say, you know, you got a whole, you know, you think of a nonprofit, you think of the regular setup. You know what I mean? You know, you have a board of directors, and you know what I mean. You know, it's a whole enterprise. So,
Yeah,
um, and under a nonprofit flag, you know what I mean. So these cats is making a lot of money. You know what I mean? To
yeah.
put on a game, you know what I mean? To, you know, negotiate with a network to figure out which teams, you know, that's going to be there. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's a
deep.
reason why, you know what I mean? It's hard to get them away from it because it's a money making enterprise, you know?
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know,
Big
we could
money
talk
too.
about it all day. Like, you know, we should have a 16 team playoff. And they like, we ain't trying to get away from these bowls. So
Yeah,
we'll
because
add two more. We'll add two more.
and that's the crazy thing about it. Because a lot of fans think when they say something, they move accordingly because of what we say, or no, it ain't accordingly to what we say. It's according to what we spend.
Right,
And if you spinning towards these playoffs as they are right now, then that's the way they're gonna keep it
right, right,
because the money is too big. If they got four team playoff right now, and it's a big pot for those four teams, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna stress it. But if you keep getting, I say, and it's one example, if you keep getting Ohio State fans out of it, you know what I mean, and the fans start rumbling. And you keep in Alabama, all of a sudden they have a couple years where they out of it, and you get they fans rumbling like, "Hey, you just got Oregon and so and so and so and so." And what about Alabama? What about Ohio State? What about our fans? And they look at it and say, "Oh, Michigan fans," and you say, "Yeah, they got 100,000. They show up. Oh yeah, oh ooh, yeah, we better expand this." And that's the only
yeah,
way it's gonna really happen.
right. And I do see it expanding, you know, in the next year or two. Um, just because I think it's so much more money to be made. Um, you
Oh,
know,
it's a lot.
it's so much more, you know, and you can get a couple more, you know, because once you expand, you know, to a certain point, now you're getting other networks involved.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Because the one network ain't gonna, you know, the one network can carry these two games. You know what I mean? That, you
Mm-hmm.
know, they on different days, they can carry these. But if you got, you know, now you're talking about 16 teams, you're talking about
But
multiple
see,
games.
But
You know
see,
what I mean? Now,
that's what a problem gonna come in at though. If you get 16 teams and them bottom six teams don't travel very well or they fans, I mean, like I say right now with the four teams that's in right now, and they look at it and say Ohio State left out. Florida, if Florida ever get back right, Florida State. Uh, who else? Who else? One of them big time. Texas. You know what I'm saying? If you start getting Oklahoma, you know what I'm saying? If you get those teams where they fans is rumbling, where we had a 10-1 season, we missed the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But right now you don't have or Notre Dame. But right now you don't have 16 teams with that kind of base. So you ain't gonna have a number 16, 15, and 14 that they fans don't even, you know what I'm saying, don't even travel well, or say Kansas or something. I don't they not gonna do it, I don't feel, unless you got those main teams in there. The Notre Dames, the Texases, the Oklahomas, Ohio State, who else? Them teams continuously miss and they fans get the rumbling. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of money they're gonna start looking at, because all of those are like 75, 80, 100,000 deep fans wise. Like that's a lot. That's money. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? That's money. But if you get to the bottom 16, 15, I don't even want to say what the rankings was, but I don't think Iowa gonna make them, you know what I'm saying, say, hey man, we gotta go to 16 because of they Iowa fans, you know.
no, I don't
Uh
think so. I think that's another adjustment. You know, more dream scenario than anything. But to me,
yeah,
I think when you get that big, like you look at the lower levels that do it, you know what I mean? It's home game. You know what I mean? So, is Iowa viable money wise? If you sending them to Cali or sending them to Florida, probably
yeah,
not. But if
exactly.
Iowa get a home playoff game, now you tapping into their network. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know because they're going to sell out their stadium. You know what I mean?
True,
Uh,
true.
so you getting that money, and now you're talking about big network sellout crowd. It's a different conversation then. I think, or even the NCAA basketball model where they put a Iowa in the Midwest, so maybe they're not in Iowa, but they
Yeah,
one state over. You know what I mean? Like, so they're within driving distance. Like, you ain't gonna send them all the way to LA. You know what I mean? But maybe you send them to Minneapolis,
yeah.
or maybe send them to St. Louis. You know what I mean?
And that would be a good structure right there where, if you got the 16 bowls, 16 teams, and you had this party start, I'd say even just the first four teams get a bye, you know what I mean? And you got 5, 16 going at each other. Um, I don't want to say neutral area, but they got a destination that they go to.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That'll be pretty interesting as far as that. Like you say with the tournament, where you every year in the basketball tournament, you got to learn where you're going. You sit there and you watch the tournament NC selection show, and you like waiting to see if you from the Midwest, you got to wonder if you're gonna still be in the Midwest bracket or the West bracket
right. Or they send you to the South, or they send you
or the
to the
South. Yeah,
Northeast. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, if you make it regional like that, I think it could work too. But I don't know. I know them are more dream scenarios and things like that. I think one of the biggest things for me is I've always wanted to see SEC teams have to come north and play in the elements. You know what I mean? Like, I
yeah.
feel like they get
A
they get off
pass.
easy.
Yeah, they get a pass.
You know,
I ain't gonna lie,
even
they get a
though what I
pass.
mean, even and we in the Midwest, we here, and I wouldn't want to. I still wouldn't want to see. I don't know. I go back and forth with it whether I want to see games in the elements or not, because sometimes you don't get to see the talent on the field if it's we got 5 inches of snow. You know what I mean? And now everybody just running the ball and it's it's sloppy
Oh,
and
everybody's so fast. Yeah,
yeah. So I
yeah,
go back and forth with it. I do want to see them have to come up here sometime. You know what I mean? But at the same time, when you get in a playoff situation, what I mean, at that point, you just want to see the talent.
yeah.
Who's the most talented team. And
Oh
have no
yeah,
excuses. like it ain't raining. You know what I mean? Like put them in a dome or something, and you know what I mean. Because now it's just about the teams and who's
Yeah,
the better team. So, but
yeah.
also that is a part of football. You know what I mean? The elements are a
The
part of
elements.
football.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, coming back to our hometown, we know that better than anybody. I mean, we done had some talented teams that done ran into a snowstorm. And lost the game we wasn't supposed to lose. You know what I mean? So
Exactly. Or that other stuff that they don't count that get created that mud.
right, right.
But see, DeMarco says 16 teams is dope. Keep them bullshit bowls. Keep them bullshit bowls, but make them functional for playoff destinations.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. I think it would definitely add a different element to it. And I've always struggled with the thought because people are like 16 is too many. It's like, man, at the lower levels they do 32. You know what I mean? Like, so
yeah,
you can't tell me that half of that ain't
yeah,
viable. Like,
yeah,
will the cream rise to the top? Probably. You know what I mean? Even if you have 16, will Alabama make it through? Probably. You know what I mean? But you know, but that's
I
why they
think it,
play the game.
I think it'll make it interesting because that brings that one game mentality into play a lot because you can get a team that's surprised. You know, what I mean, you might see a who can I say? Hey, I'm gonna say Michigan State. You might see them for that one game, just you know, whoop a team here and whoop a team there, and all of a sudden they in the championship game. And you're like, hold on, hey, you might say, wait a minute, why is it? Hey, that one game format. You know, once you get that one game, anything goes. You know,
Yeah, and it's more of a gauntlet too. Like, you know what I mean? Like the way it is right now, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you only got to win 2 games. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You once you get in, you know what I mean? You get in the playoffs, you got to win 2 games.
yeah,
Like in a 16 team format, or even more, you know what I mean? You got to win multiple games.
yeah,
And in football, now it's it's more of a stretch. You know what I mean? You might have an injury or two, or you might like, so now it's more of a marathon than a sprint.
yeah.
Um,
And I see DeMarco has said you see the talent of the coaches though. Uh, I think too. Let me see. In the playoff game, yeah, you will see the. I'm thinking that's what you meant by that. You in the playoff, you gonna see coaching at a different level. To
right.
out coach the next coach. Where if you got
Check
talent
your
on
mic.
talent, huh?
Shake your mic a little bit.
You
Shake your
hear?
mic a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah,
you got it. Can you hear me?
yeah, you're getting that buzz again.
Oh shoot! I should have grabbed them other ones. Yeah, how's it? You hear me?
Still buzzing.
Still buzzing? I
Yeah.
don't know what that is. I might have to go get these other ones. Let me see. Uh, Hopefully that did it do something.
No, still buzzing.
Damn. Let me go see if I can find these other ones right quick. But I did want to say about that talent. If you can lead off on that, uh, in the playoffs, oh yeah, it's gonna be something where coaches is really coaching against each other because the talent is talent, but when that one game and you got 4 more to go to win it all, oh you ain't gonna want to show everything you got
Right.
because you got other teams to play.
Right. Right.
Yep.
Yep. You
Give me a
better now.
second. I'll be right back, bro.
Uh, I was gonna say you better now. Okay.
You said it's better now?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, we were gonna ride it out then.
Yeah.
We just hit
So
7 o'clock, so we're gonna go a little longer. And what you got on that about the talent of the coaches?
Uh, you it yeah, the talent of the coaches do stand out. In the playoffs you do get a chess match with coaches. Um, because of course they got more time to study and to scout the other team. You know what I mean? They ain't got to worry about you know the multiple teams. They ain't got to worry about the week after week out. You know what I mean? Like it's sudden death format. So I'm only focused on you.
Yeah,
So now I got to win this game to get to the next one. Uh, so yeah, usually uh, that type of matchup does stand out. Saban versus somebody. You know what I mean, which is always tough because it's hard to beat Saban in a format like that. Like
Yeah,
he got enough time to study you. It's kind of like and he come from the Belichick tree. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
that kind of time that they can break you down and figure out some tendencies. That does
yeah.
come into play.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Let me see. We got another one, DeMarco. Okay, he said I hear you clear out, bro. Okay, no doubt. Appreciate it, bro. Let me see. He said he really thinks Cincy gonna beat Bama. Whoo.
Ah, not me. Not me. And they
That's
ain't the
gonna be a
typical
good one
Bama.
though.
They ain't the typical Bama. But
You think
yeah,
they
I
still
don't.
got it?
Yeah, I still don't see it.
I mean,
Maybe a half. I try to be optimistic and give them a half. You know what I mean? They coming in on a high.
yeah.
And Bama, they ain't played in a few weeks, so maybe they got some rust. Got to work some kinks out. So I give them a half.
But you see, that's the one thing about this is they playoff. So this is playoff. This playoff. Since he got to prove that they belong, I look at it like, and I think they gonna come out. Maybe the thing about it is they come out too hyper, or they come out too trying to prove themselves too much. In that first half, they might give everything they got and don't have nothing left for the last quarter. That would be the problem that I
Yeah,
see.
yeah. I think what I mean. I hope that they don't try to uh, come out and you know be too gimmicky. You know what I mean, and try to spread them out. And I mean, you do have to throw the ball a little bit against Bama, but I
Yeah,
mean, if they can run the ball and kind of possess the ball a bit, the best thing you can do to to Alabama is to keep their quarterback off the field. You know what I mean? So
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to. So
yeah,
that's what
so if they can
Cincy.
run, you know what I mean, and kind of just play field position, it might and make it ugly, you know what I mean, like run the ball and hey, if we got to punt, then punt, you know what I mean, and play field position, just kind of slow it down, you know what I mean, because if I feel like if they come out and try to spread them out and throw the ball around, you know what I mean, and
Get too
you're just
cute.
not gonna do that to them because they're gonna pick you off, they're gonna turn you over. Now you giving them short fields and it could be over like Georgia. It could be
Yeah,
over real quick. You'd be like, damn, it's 21
yeah. I'm
nothing. You know what
hoping we
I mean?
don't see that though. I'm hoping that don't. I don't want to see that type of. It's like, oh man, no, I don't want to see that. Raul say we've seen this before. Bama steps up when they need to. I mean, in the past, true indeed. True indeed.
But well, they did it this year too. It was a lot of people that was on that Georgia bandwagon talking about they was gonna beat Bama. I'm like,
And they, yeah,
what?
yeah, yeah.
Like y'all better. That's still Nick Saban. You know what I mean? Like and
If we put
and
some respect on his name,
yeah, like they was it was a lot of disrespect going towards Alabama. I'm like, that's right up Saban's sleeve. Like
yeah.
that's like
And
like
I think that's
and,
keeping him motivated because Georgia and Clemson are really pushing. You know what I'm saying? Really pushing to get that spot.
right. Yeah, it was a lot of pro Georgia talk
Oh yeah,
and
oh
for
yeah.
that SEC championship game. And what I mean, I, I struggle with my own morality sometimes because I'm not a better, but I'm like,
Oh,
man, I could have made so much money.
oh yeah.
I
It
could have
was. Oh
made
yeah,
so much money, man.
oh yeah. And them Georgia dogs, they gonna talk mad shit. I seen when they was talking mad shit against Arkansas. I think Bankroll Freddie them was talking. Seen that live. Them Georgia cats in Atlanta. Oh yeah, they kind of hyped up. They hyped. They was hyped up. So that's one thing y'all gonna have to. Michigan gonna have to worry about is Georgia coming off a loss.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. I think you know, which a lot of Michigan fans don't like, but I think that you know Harbaugh going they're gonna run the ball. They're gonna attempt to run the ball, and
Yeah,
they're not afraid to play an ugly game. So if they run the ball and they got to punt the ball and you know what I mean, I don't think that's a
Yeah.
bad thing because I don't think Georgia's offense is all that great.
Hey,
So
hey, bro, I mean to cut you off, but I think DeMarco got a little something for you. He said, "Get the money to him." He said he'll bet it for you, bro. He'll go ahead and put that money down that you don't want to put down. He'll do it for you.
man, I could have that Georgia Alabama game, man, I could have made all kind of money because everybody was seemingly was betting with Georgia. I'm like, y'all,
Yeah.
as the saying goes, a fool and his money will soon part. And it parted.
Hey, hey, but I don't know. You don't want to take DeMarco up on that? Give him a little
I
something to
let
put
him
on for
handle
you.
that. Like, he got enough down there. You know what I mean? He can make it happen.
Yeah. He say, DeMarco said them boys soft. Emphasis on soft. He
Man,
said, hey, they haven't played nobody but Arkansas and Bama.
man, that's it, pretty much.
Yeah.
I do want a quick segue, man. I want to shout out to Raul, man, for his
Oh yeah,
award.
shout out.
He won an award uh,
No doubt.
here in the city, man. They was recognizing, all of his with music and his producing, and he won a major award. So want to shout
Yeah.
out Double R. You know what I
That's
mean?
what's up.
Congratulations, bro. All the
Yeah.
best.
We
Keep doing
consider
your
Raul that
thing
sports talk fam and thought, you know what I'm saying? We fuck with Raul no matter what. You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
So we watch and we appreciate the same thing. We appreciate what you're doing. And it's good that other people recognizing it. You know what I mean? So that's love,
For
keep doing
sure.
what you're doing.
For sure. Keep me on the track, bro. I need a 16.
I gotta hear this one, bro.
I want to hear it. So,
I gotta hear that one. Uh, no doubt, man. And, hey, and another thing about Raul, man, I love, you know what I mean? Because, we've been doing this media for a while. And I always love when somebody trying to, anyone is doing media or stepping out of they comfort zone. Raul been doing production for years and been good at it. You know what I mean? And he been connecting a lot of artists at the same time. So, that's love. But he taking it another step farther and went to school for it. So that's went to school not for the production part, but for videography, and I keep an eye on a lot of things. So I mean, and shout out to you on that, man, for always trying to what I'm saying, keep on going. You ain't never satisfied, and that's part of being thawed. Is what we looked at. What I'm saying, Thawed magazine got meaning behind it. Thawed mean throwing out any obstacles in front of you. So if you feel like it's an obstacle in front of you, and you take a challenge to better yourself, man, that's basically what we look at, and that's what we see, and that's what we feel. So we feel you a lot on that. That anything in your way, you trying to thaw it out, you trying to increase, you trying to improve, you trying to better yourself. You know what I'm saying? You taking care of your family. You know what I'm saying? You're a single father. You know what I mean? So you throwing out anything in front of you, you at it. You ain't running from nothing, and that's love, man. I'm gonna leave that alone, man. And shout out to you, though, Raul. Um, that's all I had to say on that, man. So you said thanks, brothers. Much appreciated. And that's love. So keep doing what you're doing, brother.
yes, sir.
Yeah. Like I said, DeMarco said that's what's up. You know what I mean? Uh what else we had on that? Let me see. Raul said exactly. Feel you 100%. Always about progression. Love y'all boys. OG Sports Talk. Much love. It's the same way, reciprocated, mutual, my baby.
Yes, sir.
Much love. So
Day
keep doing
one.
what you're doing.
Day one, man. We've been doing this thing for a minute. You know what I mean? And Raul, one of the OGs. You know what I mean?
He used to piss y'all boys off too. If I knew I was going at y'all, I knew Raul was right there. It was ready. We was going, but he was one of them cats that I had much respect for because if it's 100 Michigan cats in there, he going at them all and he gonna piss them all off the same way I would. I ain't even have to say nothing. I can just step back and be like, Raul got this.
For sure, man. Facebook don't let us do what we used to do. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh no.
I swear, You know what I mean? Raul and JCJ or somebody, man, to get going. It'll be going all night, man.
All
I'll
night.
wake up in the morning and
History,
it'll
my
still
lady.
be going. Like these cats, like
We got a lot
300
of
comments
history on
in.
that.
You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah,
like that.
man.
That's what built sports talk. You know what I mean? Cats was just going at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
And,
Raul
and
had some major
we go at
battles.
it. We go at it, and then on the next post, act like nothing happened.
Man, because that's a crazy thing, you know what I mean? Like, we'll be beefing over here, Michigan State,
And
and
fighting on
then here
another
comes
post.
Sunday, and now we on the same team with the Lions, you know. So, you know,
Exactly.
it's funny how that worked.
Yeah. Sometimes now, though, I feel like a lot of things got too emo. You know what I mean? Back then, we can battle it out without the emotion. You know, emotions would run high a lot of times, but you can still regroup. Now, you get the battling cats, you got to get in there like, dog, y'all chill out, man. Because they want to meet each other and fight and shoot. Hold on, bro. You ain't got to go to, you talking about a sport, bro.
Right, right.
Calm down. Calm down, bro.
Man, hey, we done had it all. We done had it all in that thing, man.
Yeah. He did. Raul say, I got Michigan against Georgia, though. U of M don't let me down. Whatever happens after that, I don't know. I'm,
hey,
I'm with you. I ain't betting against them. I'm just
hey,
watching.
hey, man, hey, that's how it got to be. I mean, you can't look ahead no way. You know what I mean? If you don't
Yeah.
win this one, you can't get to other. So it's a
Yeah.
one shot deal. We gotta take care of business. So
Yeah.
it's
Only,
officially game week now. You know what I mean? Game on Friday. So uh, hopefully we'll see a good game, and man, that's pretty much what I'm hoping for because
no,
uh,
my bad, bro. I'm laughing at man. DeMarco silly as hell, bro. That's my guy.
when you started laughing, I already knew Marco said something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
what'd you
I
say,
didn't want to
bro?
say his name, but yeah, Marco, yeah, yeah, that's where that came from. Cats meeting up at Pride festivals, and cats is
Man,
going
oh
nuts,
wow, man.
man.
That's my guy, Sean, man. He ain't looking for y'all. He like fucking with y'all, though. You know what
Man,
I'm saying?
hey,
He like fucking with y'all. There was so many of y'all. Y'all used to be on his head in the group. I mean, I don't know who watching that ain't in the group, but if you know the sports talk group, man, Michigan was in there deep. So if you battle one, if you coming in repping your squad and they don't like your squad, bro, it's like the Bloods and the Crips, bro. You on the wrong block, bro. They coming, but like 50 of them, 50 coming at you. So if you
yeah,
rep like I
man,
rep in Michigan State, Raul know if we rep in Michigan State and we going at it with Michigan, bro,
hey,
bro,
it's a numbers thing for sure. No,
bro.
but with Sean, you know what I mean? Like, that backstory is, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Ohio
there's a lot
State
to
fan brought him in to battle us,
it.
and we knew it. You know what I mean? So
So,
it was on 10 from jump. You know
Miles,
what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah, it was on
yeah.
10 from jump because he said he was gonna bring somebody in for us. You know
He
what I mean?
said sick
So
him.
yeah. So, how that go, you know what I mean? Like, that can even go to the street. You know what I mean? Somebody tell
Yeah.
you they finna bring somebody your way, you know what I mean? Like, you
But
gonna be
you
ready
know
for them.
what?
Like,
I had to question that though. I know Miles, he gonna talk that shit. And he might have did. But I know when Sean first got in there, bro, he was at us. Because if you remember, I think it was 2015,
yeah,
Alabama and Michigan State played in the playoff game. So
right.
me and Sean was going at it tough. I mean, bro, rough. We was going at it. So when the bowl game was over and we lost, he still was at me. I'm like, man, get this. I'm in my mind, I'm like, man, because he reminded me of John Flint. I'm like,
Uh,
God damn, this thing ain't got no battery to take out. You know what I'm saying? He nonstop. God damn, calm down, bro. So I'm hitting him I'm typing on the type. This back when we just typing. We ain't got no video. We just typing. I'm typing hard. I'm going back at him. So when he shifted his mentality towards Michigan, oh, I was great. I was yeah, get him. Like sick of yeah. And I'm watching, I'm laughing, and I'm like, And I seen y'all like, oh no, y'all mad now. But I'm like, when he was eating my ass, he was trying to eat my ass up. He studied on me, or nobody saying nothing.
Yeah. But see, yeah, once we got him, you know what I mean?
Oh, it was a full out
It
war.
was it was over from there. Like, he couldn't see nobody else but us.
But
No,
y'all,
so
but y'all.
once we jumped him one good time, he like, okay, it's get back forever. So it's like it's
and I,
on forever. So
and I'm gonna tell you, back in the day when he first came in, it was so funny in a way because that's my guy. We still talk. He hit me up on the phone not too long ago. Well, that's my guy, man. We joke about a lot of things. We laugh about a lot of stuff still though.
yeah,
And back then, I think what really irritated him, not just on the sports tip, because he used to type like who I'll say, like said one long old, it might be a whole paragraph, just all no commas, no nothing. It's just all run on. And Mike Jennings used to get on him about that, and Monique about the spelling and everything. And I think that irritated him more than any of the shit, bro.
yeah.
Because he started putting the periods and exclamation points in later. He started.
Hey, that's another element of the group, man. Shout out to Monique, spell
Yeah,
checker. Know what I
the
mean?
spell check battles. Yeah, you type bad in there, they gonna call you out.
Man, hey, you got to come with it. You might
Yeah,
catch it from
so
any side. So, hey, it is what it is.
and
It's,
Raul say,
it's
man, listen, I used to feel like the movie 300 against U of M fans. Hell yeah.
man.
That's
Hey,
100. I felt the same way, bro. It'd be like, God damn, I got Derek and Mike Jennings. Jeff, you ain't used to come in yet like that, but you know what I'm saying? I had like Dev and Art and I could damn near name cats jumping out the bushes too. Like, I'm like,
yeah,
God damn, how
yeah.
many they got?
There's so many. Yeah, my boy Twine Weathers. You know what I mean?
Twine. But I mean, some of them I had, they had that mutual respect. They ain't come at me. They you know what I'm saying? So I knew, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of them that didn't say, they ain't come at me like that. They knew I was coming. But
Yeah,
I always had them usual suspects that be like, because I was in there plenty of times eating Michigan cats, just tearing them up. And then it'd be
yeah.
like, Dev would come in like, boom. And I'm like, God damn it. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, here go Dev, here go Art. And it's like, all the other motherfuckers will jump back, and it'd be just me and Dev going at it, line, paragraph. And it's like, I gotta get some sleep, bro. I gotta go to work.
Hey, I would go to bed quick on them. I was like, I catch up in the morning. So
Yeah, but it was some
you
good
could
times
easily
back
get
then.
caught up in a thread, man, and it'd be, you peek at the time, you're like, God damn, like we
Whole day gone by, bro. I had to take a break. Whole day go by. I look at it and I be like, I ain't did nothing in the magazine. I ain't did no interviews. I ain't did nothing.
man,
I had to take a break for a second. I went to jail one time. I had to take a little break.
yeah,
Then I went. I think I told Derek, and it messed up because I told Derek that I was gonna take a break, and I couldn't. I kept coming in. He was using that against me. Oh, when you gonna take a break? Thought you was gonna take a break. I'm like, damn, dog, calm down. I am when I want to.
man, man,
And what we used to say, anything you say can and will be used against you in there.
anything, man, anything,
So cats was bringing their profile pictures in there, flossing with guns and money, and then they mad
man.
because he talking personal. No, you shouldn't have run that shit in here.
Oh, that's usually when everybody, no matter what affiliation you get, like everybody jumped on them. Like
Exactly.
you done brought you done put some money on the screen. Like, man, if you don't get your clown ass.
Man, bro. Like the pick wars. We had
Oh
some
man,
some some battles in there, bro. Some battles. Man, I miss
yeah,
them days,
them
bro.
them cats,
I ain't
some
gonna lie.
Dev and Art them and Twine. You know what I
Twine,
mean? They
Zamunda.
some wizards with that. You know what I mean? With all that, so
Yeah. Let me see. DeMarco said that
Photoshop and
nigga.
all that.
Let me see. DeMarco said that nigga was literally in my inbox talking about some serious shit about to pull up too. I told bro, I'm not gonna shoot your goofy. Those are memes, bro. Fuck out of here, man. And you know what? We talk about a lot of that stuff. He never mentioned that he had that y'all was at it like that. But I don't know. You say true and say, dog. I don't even know why I was doing that about sports and whatever. But we talked about it on the phone. I kicked it with him on my point of view, bro. That we was all fun and love, all that other unnecessary shit. You know what I'm saying? Leave that shit alone. So I hope he ain't been in your inbox lately.
Hey, he was talking about putting up on multiple cats. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because it had got bad, man. That's when I think at that point we had to get to really. I think that's when I want to say the whole men's structure. I restructured everything as far as the men's. Because it was
we
like,
needed some
God
help.
damn. Yeah, we needed more help. We needed
Yeah.
we need to have more
We need some
people.
admins that be up at night. Like
Exactly.
somebody to be in there.
Because you wake up and be like, what happened? Who?
Right.
What they do? Oh. And that's when, you had Danielle and you had Tina, you know
Oh
what I'm
man.
saying? And Dre. It was, and Dre had 24/7 button too.
Man.
Dre B had
That's
that
his own one.
24/7 button. That's my baby. He hit me up not too long ago too. But yeah, he had that 24/7, bro. He was at you. If he's at you, he's at you. But he'll laugh and joke. But I think him and Sean had a real serious one really going.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a little rough. It was a little rough for a while.
Yeah.
Man.
I think Raul say that used to be the funny part. Cats be up at 4 a.m. getting at you. Bro, real talk. Raul, though.
Man.
You had your
Crazy. I used
notifications
to get to
on?
work. I used to get to work at 8 a.m. You know what I mean? Get stuff together. And then I would come in the group and have to go back some hours just to see. Like, wait a minute, this one got 400 comments. Like, where did this start?
Bro, they be rough in there, bro. That's when Facebook wasn't doing all what they doing now. You can type and say what you want. And it was
Oh
like,
man, Castle's going in, like, like all the way
bro,
in. Like,
I don't think it was a group like that out of Saginaw, bro. It's like if all of Saginaw knew how that was, we had cats from Florida, Ohio, Texas. It was and we only kept it like 3,000. We keep, you know what I'm saying, as far as like, you know what I'm saying, when you let people in or you screen them, that group could have been way bigger, but it would have diluted it. We
right.
felt.
Yeah.
So
And it's some groups out there like that I've seen.
yeah. Oh yeah.
There's some
They
other sports
copied
groups
us.
out there that got
I keep it 100. They might
20,000
not like what I
members.
said. I know a couple of them that was in our group and they
Yeah.
left and started their own group. I know some that was like calling us like we could be brother and sister group. Hit me up in inbox. I'm like, bro, we do our thing. I don't know how y'all running y'all. It looked like what we do, but we good because we don't need that brother and sister. How y'all even making that work? All that stuff
Right.
faded out though, but they was trying to unite like it's banging or something, man. You know, damn, man, who y'all going against?
Right.
Y'all our sister group. What you mean? Y'all gonna call us if y'all need help or something? What you mean?
Right. Yeah, it's almost disrespectful because y'all spun off of us. So how we
Exactly.
the sister, you know?
Exactly. And I know the dude that did it. I'm like, wait a minute, man. I knew it. I ain't know him like that, but I seen when he created this sports talk and that sports talk and that one. And I was like, damn, and then he was just recruiting. He get like 10,000 members. And I was like, man, I'll lead the group quick. I'm like, bro, I see what y'all doing, but I'm all right. I don't want to hate, I ain't the hating type, so I ain't ever speak on it or nothing. You know what I mean? I
Right.
just left out of it. I ain't finna go at y'all like that. I know what y'all doing though. And they ain't
Right.
gonna say it. They probably be like, we don't know nothing about y'all.
Right.
Yeah, man, we over 10 years and it wasn't that many groups out there like that then.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah. But it is what it is. We ain't hating on them. I mean, we do our thing. If they do it, they do it. They ain't gotta acknowledge us. You know, it's much love where we at.
For sure. For sure.
But it's good talking about the memories, man. It's so many that you could point out. We done got from bowl games to talking about Thawed Sports Talk memories. We might well stay on that for another second because, man, what's the most memorable one you had
Oh man,
or that you can remember?
man, that I can remember. I would say, uh, dang, there's so many. So,
And y'all in the comments too, man. Much love to y'all. We appreciate you. Put y'all most memorable one. Let us know what your most memorable sports talk moment was. Jeff, you gotta
man,
come on.
I
Let us
think,
know one. I know it's one. Go ahead.
yeah, I would say, the one that I started that you can't even do no more. You
Yeah,
can't. That function ain't even on there. I would kind of troll Hume.
yeah.
You know what I mean? If he say something stupid, I'd be like, okay, it's time for a poll. Like so, and I would create a poll. You know what I mean? Like, was this the stupidest comment ever? You know what I mean? And he would hate that. Like you and them damn polls, man. Like so,
Yeah.
we all had our things. You know what I mean? But I think and I think for a while, I think he probably was the number one villain. You know what I mean?
Who
Duck. Yeah,
oh
Donald
yeah, Duck
Hume.
was the main villain in there. He
Yeah.
was. He was proud of it too. We can't
Oh
let him
yeah,
hit
he'd be
it.
like Duck. Duck runs sports talk without me. Like okay.
Hey, I always looked at it like it was a laugh to not cry, but he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
strong though with it.
Oh yeah,
Cause they was hitting him so hard with the memes like that bareback mountain. I think Art threw up. The
yeah,
Miami Heat locker room one. I think Swan did. I still remember a lot of them, bro.
yeah. It's funny, man. Like I love it. Like you can actually go and go through the search
Pull them
function
back.
and look at that stuff, man. You can look them up, man. It's funny to look back at some of that stuff, man. It's so that's the great thing about technology, I guess, man. You can go back and look at some of that stuff,
Yeah.
and it's still in the archive.
Oh yeah. Yeah. My most I say most memorable battle. I don't know. I was in a whole bunch of them, and I see DeMarco. You just had to put Michigan State in there, huh? But it was a lot of battles with Michigan State. Ain't gonna lie. The Get Along Gang Mimi is the goat. Now I don't remember the Get Along Gang Mimi. I don't remember Twine. I remember. Is that the same one Dev did? That ain't the one that Dev did with the Snoopy.
Uh, I don't
The
know.
I don't know the Get Along Gang one. I don't remember that one. I remember Dev did the one where he had took our faces and put it on like the peanut gallery.
Yeah,
Uh, he put it on the peanut gallery. I think Dev did that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I don't know. I think Hume's probably the one that he didn't have the most made about him. You know what I mean? Most, mostly
Yeah.
about LeBron. That LeBron with Humes, man. That one was.
Oh,
Oh
LeBron.
man, yeah. Think he was in a Heat locker room or something.
Yeah,
It was
he was
it was
hiding in the
crazy.
locker room. He was like it all over the place. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
he didn't
that.
have so many that was made just on him.
Yeah.
Think he the goat in that regard,
Oh yeah, he was the goat. He was the goat on that because he was getting popped like every other day.
man.
At one point in time, every other day, literally, somebody was putting something up on him, and that's before the Brian game came in. Where we got a lot of Brian fans in there now. But back then, Humes was like the only one. he,
Yeah, pretty
he,
much him in space.
yeah, in space,
Uh,
yeah,
yeah.
space age.
Um,
It might have been a couple here and there, but as far as taking the licks, it was Humes was the front line.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think nobody really made too many memes about space uh at that time.
I don't think
But
so. I don't
yeah,
think so.
but on that one he said what Dev did that Michigan State get along or the peanut gallery one. I ain't gonna lie, that was the one. I mean, it was funny to me. I laughed like a motherfucker when I first saw it. I was like, look at this shit. And I looked at my face, I was like, God damn, how you do this? I wasn't even thinking about how it was. I was just like, how did he do this? Because back then, you know, they can say all these memes and what the man, bro. Sports Talk was breaking some boundaries in meme game,
Yeah,
and when he did that, I'm like, how the fuck he did this shit? He had Raul face in there. He had like all the Michigan State group. I forgot who
yeah,
all it was. Yeah, Rollo. I think Ryan. I think I don't know if he had Macho in there. But it was a lot of Michigan State fans,
yeah,
and he had them around the little picnic table or whatever. And I ain't gonna lie, it was funny to me, but I was also trying to think about how he created
right, right,
it. But interestingly enough, it wasn't the fact that he did the picture; it was the comments inside of it that
right,
that
right,
kind of was getting me like, hold on, man, y'all tripping. and, and I knew how the game go. I know the reverse troll. I know all that, but I know one thing is if he did a picture like that, don't comment in there because it ain't gonna do nothing but add fuel inside of it. And I couldn't help myself. I end up in there with all of them battling,
right,
and
right,
I think they ran that comment up to about a diamond, over 1,000
man.
comments.
Yeah,
So so interesting enough, I tried to stay away from the comment section, but I couldn't. It wasn't just a picture, but the comment section, bro. I couldn't stay away. And they was like that was the goat because of it was like over 1,000 some comments in there.
right, right.
Yeah. And it was cutthroat. I mean, like DeMarco said, it's cutthroat. It still is cutthroat. It ain't like it used to be. We get
Yeah,
more what Facebook always warning us. We always getting because you barely can say anything in there, but they still
right.
be trying.
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
Adjust your mic again.
uh,
Adjust your
oh,
mic again. Yeah.
yeah, you hear it? Good. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, can you hear good?
I was still
Still
buzzing.
echo. Still a little buzz. It might go in and out. I don't know what's wrong with that. I'm gonna have to get them other ones and grab me another pair. But yeah, man, we can talk about sports talk all day. I feel like, man, because it's been some characters in there, and I think one thing about it, as far as like Thawed magazine, how we felt is it connected a lot of people that might not have known each other. Some for the good, some for the bad. We had people dating in there and everything that never would have probably known each other.
Man,
Yeah. So I mean, it was a beautiful thing, blessing. Uh, so much happened during them times. Like I think you, just like me, was surprised at a lot of stuff we heard afterhand.
right. Definitely.
Uh, yeah. We be hearing about people inboxed each other or they called and they met up and they had a this and that. We be like, huh?
Yeah. Woke up to a lot of them messages too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you trying to put out fires, you know what I mean? So
Man, bro.
it's like, what's
It,
going on now, man? Like
it, you know what I'm saying? We lost a couple members too, like Rodney, man. Rodney Marshall. Much love. You know what I'm saying? We lost a lot of members too. You know, that was vital parts of the growth of Thawed Sports Talk, and we appreciate, you know what I'm saying, blessing, you know what I'm saying, and stay prayed up, you know what I'm saying, because you gotta enjoy these times now.
definitely. Definitely. It's definitely a rough time, man. I know, you know what I mean? I've had my own, personal struggles within, losing family members and stuff and I know it ain't just me, man. It's a lot of folks out here that's really hurting. That's
Yeah,
people have lost, loved ones. Man, it's, all you can do is just try to do your best, man, to day by day, you know, it's something that I heard at, one of the funerals that I had the displeasure of having to go to. The preacher made mention of, how a lot of us we're all just managing grief. Um, somehow, some way, man. So you
yeah,
know, however we can manage, you know what I mean, just just do the best that you can. If swinging it back to us, what I mean, like if we can make a little one or two moments for you a little better, we can make you laugh or something, man. You know, hey, that's what we're here for. Um,
Exactly.
you
And like
come
I
in,
say,
come and check into the group, man. See a few of these posts, man. Laugh with us, joke with us, troll with us. You know what I mean? If we can provide a little distraction for you, man, that'd be real cool.
and that's an interesting dynamic because I had got inboxes too about a lot of times somebody was going through something bad, and or thought sports talk or sports talk back then kept them, saying sane. Me myself, I remember back when like 2013, 14, I was like in my abandoned house over a heater with no lights and no gas, snowed out over the kerosene heater, and I'm in there battling. You know what I mean? And ain't care, it's still grinding or whatever in the street. You know what I'm saying? Things you think about back then, it was like, man, let me get on sports talk. And then after you get off, it's like, you know what I mean? You gotta get
Yeah,
back to reality. And then it's like, let me get back on here. What do you say? So, or something like you say, somebody passed or just something happened, and it's like, man, let me get on here to ease my mind a little bit because mental health, you gotta think about a lot of times how much your brain go through. You gotta ease it sometimes. You
yeah,
got to.
some kind of way, some
Yeah.
kind of way, man. Uh, I know that it's been a welcome distraction for me. You know what I mean? You, you already know, certain stuff happen. The Lakers lose, or you know what I mean, or something major happen in the sports world where or hell, if my team lose, I know you gotta walk that green mile. You
Yeah.
gotta walk it.
Hey, that used to be my best times when Michigan lose. I know I'm getting online. I'm finna go check out and see what's going on.
And, yeah, on my end, I'm regretting it like a mug. You know, shoot, my
Man.
wife think I'm sad over the game, which I am.
But it's the
But it's the
it's,
other part of this. Like I gotta go in here. I gotta go in here.
hey,
Like,
hey, and that's what I used to hate too, because we had a couple unwritten rules about the, what I'm saying, in sports talk, or sports talk, like I say, if anybody watches that later or however that don't know the group, that it was unwritten rules against the battlers, the ones, because we got like it's like 2-3 different groups in the group. You got some people that just post the post, they don't get into the troll battles. You know what I mean? You got some that just come in and they might comment here and there. Then you got the ones on the front line that for their team they repping. So if Michigan State lose, some of them ain't caring, but me as a frontliner, I'm dreading getting on there, and I know the unwritten rule because I know if I don't log in, oh, Jay Jack he was on here, but he ain't where he at. Oh, he crying somewhere. He had to work, huh? You're gonna see all these comments because I've been on the front line talking. They at me or they at Raul or they at whoever from Michigan State. So you couldn't. The unwritten rule was you lose. Don't try to run.
gotta face the music.
Come get this. Come get this trolling.
Yeah, gotta come face that music, man. You gotta go on and you gotta walk that green mile, man. You just
Yeah.
and it's coming because when you get on Facebook and you look at your notifications, you didn't got tagged about 10 times. Like they like where you at? Like come on
No.
down. So
Come
you
on
just got to
down
come
here.
on in.
And that was the crazy part about it for me. I'll say as far as my experience battling with Michigan, is too many of them. You know what I mean? So I get cats on there and I don't even know them. I ain't never seen them before, never knew they was in the group. And I'm taking they trolling because they beat me. All of a sudden, Michigan lose. I'm trying to remember who they was. I'm like, oh, let me find this dude that was just at me. And I'm like, oh, they ain't nowhere around, huh? You know what I'm saying? So I gotta just find somebody because I know somebody in here. I know somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it was interesting as far as that too, because I know so many people just pop up like, man, they at you. They at you. It's like I've been waiting for this. I think Michigan State Cats was waiting for us to lose. I know they was.
Man, hey, it's just part of the game.
He say, and he say, nigga JCJ was working on his degree for 8 seasons though. DeMarco, wow. Oh no,
Shit.
JCJ. That was one of the wildest too. Mentioning JCJ, that's my baby, man. We used to inbox sometimes a lot of times during the wars too. But it was interesting to me a couple times with JCJ and that when he changed his name in the group and when it was Kente, they thought it was him. They thought he was on a fake page too.
Man.
There was some funny situations with him.
Man.
He had quite a few.
So many situations, so many memories, man. So,
everybody was trying to say his name, man. I think somebody had posted or they brung up his Nick Saban picture. They've been on him for years on that one.
oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. So I mean, there's certain people that if y'all ain't seen the group, whoever watched this, if y'all ain't seen the group, man, y'all missed a lot of times when shit was just hilarious.
Crazy stuff, man.
Yeah.
I think that was Sid that brought up that picture.
Sid.
Yeah. Sid Walker. I think it was
probably
Sid.
was.
Yeah.
That probably because I think who was it? Because Sid just had a couple funny ones too. They've been at Sid throat for a couple in there too. Let me see. DeMarco said, my guy, he used to come to the shop. He hit me up yesterday to bring him back a souvenir from the game. I'm going to look out. No doubt. That's all love, man. That's love. We go at it, but we show that love. But it was so many funny moments, man. It's just, you can't even go over them all because every day it was just something. It's just something. I still remember like Space Age going at our Lions so hard.
Oh man.
And we used to be at his ass about it, but he would always switch teams. He might be with the Saints one minute and the Falcons the next. We could never troll him because he always jumped teams.
Yeah, that was always the way to get him back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you knew he switched teams. He was a Falcons fan. He was a Saints fan. You know what I mean?
Whoever was winning. Him and Humes was bad for that.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? You be trolling with Humes about the Cavs, and he'd be like, "I ain't a Cavs fan. I'm a Heat now. I'm Brian." Yeah. And like, God damn it! And then he get to talk about your team. You know, we stayed with Detroit. We stayed our team. Soon as the Heat fall off, we go to talk to him about it. He's like, I ain't no Heat fan. I'm a Laker fan now. God damn it. Be your ass still.
Right. Right. And that was, that was the dynamic with them. You know what I mean? They're switching teams. So, you know what I mean? They, Space a Heat Saints fan, an Atlanta fan. Hume's a so-called Patriots fan. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, how you a Michigan State alum? You rooting for Tom Brady, man? You.
I ain't even gonna touch on that. I ain't gonna touch on that.
Bad.
Yeah.
But them dynamics was always funny.
Yeah, them always was hilarious. Well, we could go by a couple hours on that. We ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer, man. We appreciate y'all coming in and kicking it with us on this Thawed Sports Talk live. Catch us next Saturday, though. Next Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central. CST time. So we gonna wish y'all Happy New Year, because we probably won't see y'all till then. Well, we probably is, but we'll be in the group. For Happy New Year's. Hope y'all had a Merry Christmas. Damn it. There goes Sid in the building. He goes Sid starting this shit.
Them two been at it, man. Them dudes been at it since elementary.
Yeah. What up with you, Sid?
Said OG, that's my dude.
Since elementary been at it.
Man, they've been at it since elementary, man. So that's a long time rivalry.
Yeah. He said you're an undercover Bulldogs fan, Marco. Say, how the hell you love a Catholic school, but you pay tithes at Rose Hill every Sunday?
Them
Man,
dudes
y'all
need a
should have
show.
came here earlier.
Yeah, them dudes need a show, man.
They need a show
Them two right
together.
there.
That should be another live. Just them two. Just I swear you can watch them all
Man,
day.
we put them two on here, man. We won't even have to talk. You know what I mean? It'd be them
Yeah,
two.
man. I tell you. Uh, what up? What you said, man? It's good to see y'all, and we appreciate everything y'all do for sports talk, man. Y'all keep it live, interesting. DeMarco said that nigga voted for Trump 4 times. Nah, 4.
Man.
Marco got humped by. Oh my goodness, we done got them started. Hey, would be crazy to me though. A lot of time when I see them battling, as you know, said with the death row, and I know DeMarco will go with Bad Boy just because. hey, he be going off on Pac, man. But hey, bro, I know that's because I said DeMarco, so I ain't even gonna trip.
Man.
Hey, man, we could be on here, man. It feel like a little couple more hours, but we ain't gonna do that. We gonna catch y'all next Saturday, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock CST time. So y'all catch us, man, and you know what I'm saying. Also share. It don't cost a dime to share it to your peoples. You know what I'm saying, and rep your sports talk, Thawed sports talk, man. Over 10 years in the game. And if anybody that don't know it, me, Jeff, Dev, kind of went back and forth. But as far as talking about it, I know when we first started, it was gonna be called college football, I think it was, or we was gonna limit it to one, and then we said sports talk, so it could be about all kinds of sports. And that's before at this time nowadays, you see almost anything sports talk. Everything, it's like 100,000 sports talk somethings out there. Back then, we didn't know, it wasn't no sports talk as far as calling it that. So that's kind of how we kicked it off. We got tired of going on each other's personal pages and beefing. And we wanted a group where everybody can just be right there without having to intrude on your personal page. So if you ain't know about how sports talk was jumped off, that's how it was jumped off.
For sure.
Anything you got to say to him, Jeff?
Man, I just appreciate. I'm laughing at Marco and said,
Oh yeah,
man,
they
they
still
going at
at
it
it.
in the comments. But
They
just want to say thanks, man, to everybody that tuned in. Whether you tuned in for 2 minutes, 20 minutes, you know what I mean. Like, share, you know what I mean. We appreciate all the support. Hopefully, y'all tune in next week. You know what I mean. We're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it live. You know what I mean. And y'all come in. Uh, Shoot some comments, man. Don't be afraid. Shoot some comments because that's how we do in sports talk. So we jump it off on here too. So
yeah.
appreciate all the love, man, and appreciate y'all coming on. And we'll see y'all next week.
See y'all next week, man. We salute DeMarco and said, man, don't y'all continue? I know y'all gonna continue. I know y'all gonna go. Where the next
They
fight
finna go.
is? Let
They
us
finna
know where
start
it's.
texting, man.
Yeah,
You
they're gonna
leave
be
them
texting
alone.
each other. They gonna
They
stay at
gonna
it
text.
now. It's
Say it might
on.
call him and cuss him out, man. Like let them go.
We gotta let y'all go, man. Next week we might have to feature a sports talk battle up in here and just let y'all two go at it as the
Man,
first ones. You know
put
what
it
I
on
mean?
screen, man. Put it on screen.
Yeah, we might have to be like, Thought Sports Talk presents DeMarco versus Sid.
For sure.
Just let y'all battle it out on live, man. You know what
Man,
I mean?
say it'd be a hit.
Yeah, it'd be a hit, man. We just push it. We gonna push it. Hey, we appreciate y'all for tuning in with us. You had a lot of things in your life you could have did, and you rocked it with us. So we appreciate y'all. Salute. Thawed Sports
Appreciate.
Talk. We out.
We out.